Hi everyone, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. I'm having a day of it. I just did all my makeup, it was beautiful, and then somehow an eyelash with mascara got in my eye, down my face, so I've tried to sort it all out, but apologies if there's mascara somewhere that I just can't see. I am here today with a little gift from Essie. This is the Essie Suitcase gift set. I will link and talk about the gift set as a whole more at the end, but this was sent over to me by the team at Essie UK. Basically, it's a 10-piece gift set on their core iconic shades. Now, if you remember earlier in the year, I did do that video which was the 20 best-selling Essies of all time, and my guess is all of these would probably be on that list. I probably should have gone back and looked at it, but I will link that video down below if you haven't seen it. Funnily enough, I owned none of these, even though each one of them is an iconic shade by Essie. I do have some of the kind of Essie icons, but obviously not all of them. So we're going to go through, talk about each polish, the formula, and at the end I'll give you some more information about the gift set as a whole. So let's get going into these 10 iconic Essie shades. We're going to work our way along, so we'll do the top row first and then the bottom row afterwards. So right on cue, in place there, we have Ballet Slippers. Ballet Slippers over here is possibly the most iconic Essie ever. It's rumoured that the royal family use this as their kind of preferred manicure. So there is a description. So Ballet Slippers is the eternal manicurist and fashion stylist's favourite. A classic pale pink graced with subtle sheer finish. It's one of those ones that's nearly opaque in 3, but it looks good. It looks like a good jelly. It builds up very even. You're definitely going to know that you've got something on your nails, but it's just soft and glam and subtle. And I do find myself ever so occasionally wanting these kind of palette cleansers that are just, like I say, just soft and beautiful. So the swatch that you're going to see is 3 coats, and it's not quite there. I think we all kind of know what Ballet Slippers is like. It's kind of the equivalent to OPI Bubble Bath, I would say. But yeah, it's a nice shade. Again, I feel like I should have probably had that just because of the icon status of it. So that one there was 3 coats. Romper Room is one that I had on my list to get for such a long time. It's like the perfect iconic baby pink. Essie's description of it is make way for the new kid on the block, a pretty pale tea rose pink. It gets opaque in 3 coats. I will say that all of these have got the new super wide brushes, which do make a really big difference when it comes to application. I would say for most of my nails I could do like a 1 swipe. The brush is so good. And therefore something like this that before would probably have been harder to apply in 3, it's now an easy 3. Perhaps if you hit the perfect application you might even get 2, but you're seeing 3 coats for me of the icon Romper Room. Ladylike is one that is different here than in my mind when I imagined it for some reason, but they are saying that it's etiquette, posture and protocol. It's a soft mauve pink, mauve, I never know how to pronounce that, lacquer. So it's one of the ones that's probably going to turn slightly different on everybody's nails. When you get something that's taupey, it's either going to pull really brown, really purple, or kind of really neutral. To me, this was more of a putty brown kind of colour. More opaque than Romper Room and Ballet Slippers. You're going to be able to get this opaque in 2 coats. And like I just said, a real transformative colour based on skin tone, which is actually quite fun. Although, I guess you kind of want to know what you're going to get. And with this and some other totes that I have in my collection, I can never remember because in the bottle they look one colour, but on my nails they look different. So that one there was 2 coats of Ladylike. We'll move on to a couple of reds. The first one is the Fishnet Stockings. This girl isn't taking any prisoners. A spicy dark cream red lacquer. This one is a nice dark vampy red, kind of what they explained it to be. I don't know, there's something like soft about it. I don't even know how. There's just one kind of like pigment in it that just makes it feel, I don't know, like soft and glam. It's not as strong and striking as some other reds that I have. It's still more a bit subtle. Maybe there's a little bit more of like a maroon element to it, but definitely nice and easy to get opaque in 2 coats. That one there was Fishnet Stockings. Bordeaux is another one, again like Romper Room, that I've kind of had my eye on, and I must pick that up for some time now. They're describing it as a deep red wine nail colour with creating sophisticated and elegant looks. This This is more of a crelly formula. It's in the bottle, if you get it up close, you can kind of see it moving around. It is a browny, reddy toned colour. I guess the iconic wine Bordeaux shade, which is what they describe it to be. But I do like how it is a little bit more squishy, a little bit more see-through. I think in 3 coats it just looks so jelly and squishy, but still opaque. I think kind of going the slightly sheerer route and allowing 3 coats just looks really great as an overall effect. So that one was 3 coats of Bordeaux. As you know, I've been trying to wear one polish from collections when I get sent them in the video themselves, but so I'm sure you can imagine I went for Aruba Blue. Aruba Blue, like the others, is one that I don't know why I don't have. It's truly absolutely stunning. Their description of it is escape to paradise with a frosty, wouldn't really say it's frosty, sapphire blue shade. To me, it's just so glowy. Frosty is not a nail polish term that most people tend to like. I would not say that it is frosty. I would say that it's sparkly and deep and jewel toned and glowy. It's absolute perfection. Needed 2 coats for sure. The first coat I was a bit worried of what the opacity of this was going to be like, but I guess that was maybe like the glow factor within it. So give it 2 coats and it's amazing. Definitely going to be well loved in my collection. 2 coats of Aruba Blue. Meet Me at Sunset is more of an orange. They are saying a vibrant deep orange, which is good for manicures and pedicures. On me, it pulled more orange than terracotta. When I got this out, I was like, oh, I don't really feel like I thought Meet Me at Sunset was orange. Kind of like with Ladylike, I guess in my mind I had a kind of a different vision for it. It's a very wearable orange. Although it has some terracotta tones in there, I would still say that it is very wearable. Sometimes bright neons, like oranges, will scare people away or feel like they can't wear that on their skin tone. But I would say this is definitely a very wearable for all skin tones type of colour. Bright, but just bright enough. Orange, but not too neon orange. Just enough brown. A nice perfect mix. So I wore 2 coats and that one is Meet Me at Sunset. Let's Party is the only one I think that I hadn't heard of in this collection that they've sent me, and this is a pink red glitter nail polish with a shimmery finish. I would say this is more pink. In the bottle it looked more red, and then when I wore it I was like, oh well, this is a pink, this is not a red. It kind of doesn't show that in the bottle. There's also a lot of gold and pink little shimmery particles in there. So they're saying glitter, but there's not glitter in there, if that makes any sense. It's just very shimmery. It gives that kind of a glittery appearance. Definitely very shiny, like they say, for party season. Similar to Bordeaux, this is more of a crelly finish, so a cream jelly hybrid. So therefore you're going to need 3 coats. Again, it might be because they thought they needed to make it sheerer to get the particles to stand out. So that might be the reason for the formula being a little bit thinner. 3 coats are still fine by me. It built up beautifully and it was so glowy and eye-catching and great, like they say, for party season. But just to be aware that this is a sheerer finish. You're not going to get 2 coats out of this, I don't think, anyway. But that one was 3 coats of Let's Party. One that I feel that I always thought I owned, but I don't, and that's probably why I didn't pick it up. And this one is Lilacism, and I don't know why I don't have it. Like I say, I felt like I did. I definitely have another purple by Essie that's this kind of tone, but I don't have this one. They're saying colour me springtime, elegant enchanting and a whisper soft, satin smooth lilac. It is a really nice lilac formula, I will give them that. Similar to Romper Room, I'm going to say it's still going to be a 3-coater, but it wouldn't surprise me if someone got the perfect application and got it good in 2. It's kind of on that line. I think again the wide brush really does help, and when people look back and think of maybe formulas they weren't in love with from back in the day by Essie, I think if you now try that same formula with a wide brush, it just really helps because you're not doing so many lines of application. You're not overworking it and it's not becoming streaky, whereas with these one pass strokes you're definitely going to get a nice cleaner, quicker application. So that one there was 3 coats of Lilacism. Wrapping us up is the other one that I was kind of like, do I wear Aruba Blue in the video? Do I wear Lovie Dovie? All of these are polishes that from way back in the day when I started collecting nail polish, these were kind of ones that I'd heard of and were icons, and like I say, Lovie Dovie was just, this and Romper Room are kind of my type of colours. If I'm going to wear pink, I love Barbie pinks. They are my favourite. So they're saying this is a perfect true flamingo pink polish with a lovely creating a lovely manicure that will be a sweetheart forever. These descriptions are hilarious, and they're saying that they are good for Christmas parties as well. Or every shade in this collection is good for Christmas parties. I don't know. This doesn't scream Christmas party to me. Anyway, if we hold this one up next to Romper Room, you can see that Romper Room is considerably lighter. I would say that Lovie Dovie is more of a mid-tone, but still light, a mid-toned pink. Just Barbie. If you defined Barbie pink, this is the colour that you would get. Absolutely love this one, and like I say, out of the whole collection as a whole, this and Aruba Blue were my two absolute favourites. So 2 coats of Lovie Dovie. So onto the box set as a whole. This is called the Essie Nail Polish Suitcase gift set. Like I say, I have very little information given to me by the Essie team. All that they've said is that it is available at Boots online, so I will link to it down below, but they are saying that it is £40 online when it's definitely £80 online. So I checked this the day that I received the package, so unless I got it late and it was half price and now it's not, or it's going to become half price, I don't know, but I will talk about it as if it is £80. So if you're looking at it as being £80, you have 10 polishes in there, which is putting them at a similar price to retail. You're not getting them too discounted within the box set. I really like the overall packaging. However, this came in the post with me, and these were all over the place. These little cardboard ridges don't hold them very well, so I would say if you're ordering it at all online, I'd just be a little bit worried for how they're going to come. I would probably do click and collect as a preference, or pick it up in store. If this is available for £40 at some point, obviously much better value for money, because you're getting them all for about, what's that, £4 there, and £4 is kind of what I like to pay for my Essie. I always get them in TK Maxx and online for about £4. Great to buy it and split it up between lots of people. If you can get it for a gift set, you can either give it to one person, or you can put them in stocking stuffers. Again, the price difference really makes whether I want to recommend it or not. I think it's great for you to look through, and I would love you to let me know down below how many of these you already own, because like I say, these are iconic shades. If it's £40, I would definitely recommend it for an Essie lover out there, or something to split up for Christmas, to give people a couple of maybe 2 polishes each. If it's £80, I would say that it's probably a bit too expensive for me. It just depends, but I'm working on what I know. Thank you so much for sitting with me today and looking through these 10 iconic Essie shades. As always, thank you to Essie for giving me this wonderful gift. It's so generous of them, and also enables me to show you more of their iconic polishes. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, let me know how many of those 10 that you already had in your collection, and I will see you soon. Bye.